32 seconds to disaster. The crash that shocked India, June 12, 2025. A bright morning in Ahmedabad. On the runway sits a Boeing 787 Dreamliner tail number V-10 ready to depart as Air India Flight 171 bound for London Gatwick. Passengers are boarding. Business travelers, tourists, a group of international students, a family heading to a wedding in the UK. It's all routine flight attendants giving final safety briefings. Pilots running through pre-flight checklists, the cabin humming with quiet chatter. But no one aboard that aircraft could have known. This was going to be their final flight. At exactly 7:06 a.m., the aircraft begins its takeoff roll. The engines roar, wheels lift, and the Dreamliner climbs into the sky. But less than 30 seconds later, the cockpit radio crackles. The captain's voice is tense, almost combust. Then he shouts, "Mayday, Mayday! We've lost both engines. No thrust." The controllers at Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport freeze. Both engines? On a twin-engine Dreamliner? That's almost statistically impossible. But it's happening. The aircraft is climbing slowly, too slowly. Can't gain altitude. The captain lowers the landing gear, hoping for an emergency return. But there's no time. He deploys the flaps, tries to dump altitude carefully. But within seconds, the aircraft is in a dead drop. Flight 171 slams into a student dormitory at a nearby medical college just over a kilometer from the airport. The impact is devastating. Massive fireball consumes the building and the fuselage. Smoke rises into the sky. Flames rage for hours. Windows shatter blocks away. Inside the college, chaos erupts. Dozens of students are trapped under rubble. Outside, neighbors rush to help pulling survivors from burning debris. Before rescue crews arrive, 241 people were on board. Only one survived, a British national seated near the front window. 19 on the ground also lost their lives, bringing the death toll to 260. India's aircraft. Accident Investigation Bureau takes charge. The flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder, the black boxes are recovered and flown to Delhi. A multinational team arrives, experts from the US NTSB, UK AIB, and engine maker GE. What they find stuns them. Both engines lost thrust at the exact same moment right after takeoff. No fire warning, no bird strike. Why? But fuel flow stopped. Could it be contaminated fuel? Fuel valve malfunction? Or something more sinister, sabotage? Sources inside the investigation revealed traces of chemical anomalies in the fuel samples. India denies access to a UN aviation safety representative, adding to the growing suspicion and speculation. People are demanding answers. This isn't the first time a tragedy has changed aviation forever. In 1977, two Boeing 747s collided in fog on Tenerife's runway. 583 people perished in aviation's worst crash. In 1985, Japan Airlines Flight 123 broke apart mid-air. 520 people died after improper repairs caused the tail to fail. In 1996, Saudi 747 and a Kazakh Il-76 collided over Charkhi Dadri 3. 149 killed, because one plane misjudged its altitude. Even more recently, in 2018, Lion Air Flight 610 went down because of faulty MCA's software on a Boeing 737 MAX. 189 dead, and hundreds more in a second MAX crash months later. Each time, the industry learned. Changes were made. Systems were improved, but sometimes, the lessons come too late. Now, all 33 Boeing Dreamliners in Air India's fleet are being rechecked. Over 260 flights have been cancelled as engineers inspect engine systems and fuel tanks across the country. Pressure is mounting for India's aviation sector to answer difficult questions. Why did the emergency generator called a ram air turbine fail to help? Why did no alarms go off in the cockpit? Was this purely mechanical or something more deliberate? We may not know for weeks. The preliminary report is expected within 30 days. But even that may raise more questions than it answers. For now, all that's left are burned shoes, twisted seats, and the voices of grieving families. The wreckage is being cleared. Pilots, engineers, and passengers are watching. The survivor still in hospital has yet to speak publicly. But around the world, because this wasn't just an accident, this was a wake-up call. Mayday, no thrust. And in aviation, every crash, is a lesson written in fire. Mayday. Those were the final words from the cockpit of Flight 171. And share this video, but their echo may change how we fly forever. If you want full coverage on the final investigation report, exclusive survivor interviews, and insight from real pilots, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Let's make sure the victims of Flight 171 didn't die in silence. Flight 171, they deserve to be remembered. And their story must be told. Rest in peace.